Hello everybody, my name is MagicalNPC and welcome back to Minecraft Survival. And you'll notice I'm not wearing armor. Except you're wrong, I actually am. You see, I installed an invisible armor resource pack because my mods broke when I updated the game. It's bad. But, you know what, it's fine. You'll also notice the giant hole. Now I know what you're thinking. Magic, you're a bright, smart, clever person. Why'd you dig a giant hole? And the answer to that is quite simple. You see, the dwarves felt a little bit of a rumbling underneath the ground. Deep underground, so we've started digging a hole. Now, they started feeling this rumbling after I killed the wither in the end, last time. What was it, maybe 2 weeks ago when I'm recording this? I don't know. Point being, we need to actually dig down and see what we can find. Because, as you may or may not know, the end realm is where all magic comes from. And if we can break a hole through the barrier down there, the bedrock, then we can maybe get magic towards, for everybody in the royal capital, which is our main goal. So that explains the giant hole. As for this, I did a little bit of AFKing. Just a teeny bit. You see, I was participating in the game jam until I burnt myself out, so fun. Anyway, for the time being, you'll also notice that I have some more paths laid out. And that's because I'm going to take a minute to expand the paths. Right here, right now. So, it's time for a time lapse. So I've built up my roads, and honestly, they're looking quite nice. I really like how they turned out. So I did run out of andesite, so we didn't quite finish the roads, and looks like I connected up to here. Now, what's up there? It's over here. It's going to be my castle. I still need to properly design the. Ow! I need to design the castle properly. So honestly, I might do that real quick. Just get it done. But I should probably do something in the meantime for the cameras. So, I'm thinking I'd finally go on a quick netherite mine. It's getting to the point in the game where I could probably invest some time, get some netherite. Just get it done. I think I have some lying around. I have some ancient debris. Do I have a netherite ingot? Do I have upgrade templates? I got 4. Do I have more than 4? No? Okay. We need more than this. I'm thinking that I want to focus on upgrading a few tools to start with. I'm going to go down out. We're going to go down to the nether. And we're going to do a quick mining session while off-camera me builds up the outline of my castle. Or at least like the starting point of my castle. Now, I forget how deep I need to be for netherite mining to be optimal. Here will do. So yeah, 15 sounds about right. Alright. Now we just kind of dig. F3G, I'd like to see my chunk borders. I'm going to do this chunk by chunk. Now, I could use the bed method, but I don't have a whole lot of wool, so I'm going to use this method. And by this method, I mean I'm just going to mine until something comes up. I'm also noticing that I probably should have fixed my pickaxe before I made this trip. Okay, we found some. It was just one. It was just one. Now that we have this, we can leave this chunk. If I'm recalling correctly, it's very much a thing where like it only generates one like vein per chunk. Now we can move on to the next chunk over here. I do have my backup pick. I have my portion pick I could use. Don't need silk touch. It's nice for the quartz. Yeah, let's swap out pickaxes here. Okay. Because this also has efficiency 5. So we'll be able to use my fortune pick. Okay, I'm not finding anything in this chunk. So we're going to move on to the next chunk. Ow, crap, on fire. One issue with this method I'm noticing is just how fast it burns through my pickaxe. Honestly, if I had multiple, like, efficiency 5 pickaxes, this wouldn't be so bad. Actually, I can make more. Like, I have efficiency 4 books from villagers. I can just make more. There's nothing really stopping me from making more. Okay, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Let me check something. Okay. I checked. I think we need to get this up to, like, Y20. Is what we're doing wrong here. As we dig, I just want to get up to, like, Y20. I believe. Again, this method, like I said, burns through pickaxes. Honestly, we haven't found anything. I think this one's another bust. Can we move on? We're gonna move on. Yeah, I think this strategy is a bit of a bust, honestly. Like, this was very much an experiment. I've never actually tried this before. I will say, this is satisfying. Ow. What's attacking me? You're attacking me. Okay. They can spawn now. The other thing I could be doing is I could be digging down, too. Because if I check the wiki... I'm going to check the wiki again real quick. From what I can tell, it's mostly in the 10 to, like, 20 range. So we might actually be digging too high. And we're not checking low enough. So honestly, what might be smart for me going forward with this strategy would be digging down to like Y10 and digging and then digging. Like here would be a good spot to start digging. Try this method. Try a little bit deeper. Thing is, my pickaxe is very likely gonna be about broken if I'm not careful about this. Okay, it appears that this strategy is not bearing a whole lot of fruits. Turns out randomly digging like a lunatic does not work. There's one. Okay, we found another one. And what that does mean is that technically there can be another one in this chunk, but I think it'd be smarter to move on to the next chunk. So, I think I've figured a strategy out with this. I think I've developed this method a bit more. Essentially, we want to just only focus on mining up netherrack and nothing else. I mean, maybe the gravel, but Mostly just netherrack. This is because blackstone just takes longer to mine. In this strategy, we just go. We just mine netherrack. Oop. Crap. You're not happy with me. But I think I'm gonna make a quick trip to my ender. Get some levels, and I'm gonna keep mining. So you'll get to see the fruits of my labor later, and hopefully the strategy ends up being working. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Let's. Well, I'm not gonna do a let's go. Actually, there might be some cool, interesting camera angles. Go. So as you can see, I've gotten my little castle, like, framework laid out. It's not exactly good, but it is laid out. As for how successful the netherite mining was, I did end up getting... Why am I in creative mode? Why did the game crash? Let's try that again. Okay, I'm in creative mode for some reason. Okay, let's try that again. But as you can see, I get why I get stuck in creative mode. For some reason, Axiom's messing with my drop button. The moment's kind of ruined now, but I got myself beautiful 8 ancient debris from that mining trip. It went fine. I think I ended up mining for like half an hour, like after the camera stopped rolling, but that does get us up to, I need to do the math real quick. That gets us to 3 netherite ingots, but now I've got to smelt them, and then we can make ourselves some netherite tools. So, oh, hello there. What are you selling? Atlas shell? I don't have a whole lot of those. I kind of want those. Really? You'll trade even more? You're a good fellow, my friend. Sorry for all of the times I've viciously murdered you. Anyway, over here. So the layout of the castle's kinda scuffed, honestly, and it's not quite perfect. The idea is that this is like an entrance building, leads into a first tower, leads into this building, which can lead into that building, with maybe another tower. Which then leads to the central area, my throne being there, into this tower. Can you tell that the netherrack section's the one I did first? It's a little scuffed, but I think once it's built, it should look nice. Did you get lost? Alright. Let's start upgrading. Thinking we start my sword, then silky pick, then on a hull. Yep. And that's actually all I can do. I was about to say, oh, what else can I upgrade? There's nothing else I can upgrade. I'm out of netherite. Yeah, I only got 8 from that trip. But I think that'll do. Okay. Tools upgraded. Now, I think what I'm gonna do... Am I going on a quick mining deal? Just to pick up some andesite? Let's finish the roads. Because I did kind of leave this project unfinished. It's bothering me. Here's one of the Dwarven Tavern holes. I don't know if this is one that I don't know if that's one that lands in water. I'm not sure. They don't Not all of them do. Okay, I'm gonna mine up some andesite for a bit. And probably finish the roads, I guess. Because they do need to be finished. It's bothering me. It's super bothering me. Also, I'm sorry for putting you in my face. I'm sorry for being so aggressive about that. Okay. I'm gonna mine up the andesite. Okay? Sound good? Sounds good. Alright, well I've built up the roads and they're looking pretty snazzy, if you ask me. Well, I don't know snazzy, but it's finished. The roads are actually connected. I'm pretty happy about that, and I actually went ahead and added all the lights to it. So this place at night looks pretty good. Anyway, I think that's all the time I really have for this episode, and I hope you all enjoyed. One thing I want to mention... Get out of my head. Out of my head! One thing I wanted to mention is, with this hole, I'm starting to work on maybe adding some story to this build. Because that's one thing I realized I struggled with. The whole point of the Royal Capital was that it was supposed to be a very fantasy-focused build, which is going to contrast another build later. The problem with that is that it's really hard to build something fantasy without, you know, a fantasy connected to it, like a story. So that's what I'm beginning to do. So with this big ol' hole connecting our realm to the end realm, which within the universe I'm beginning to create, is what connects us to magic. So we'll see if I can manage to pull off this story well. I really hope I can. But in the meantime, while we wait, I hope you all had a wonderful time. I had an amazing time. I'll see you all next... Ow, ow, ow! I'll see you all next time. Bye!